Hi, Joyce. This is Richard.
Take a seat.
Hello, Richard.
That was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I thought it was superb, very, very beautiful and very moving. I just wondered, as you thought about writing the sound design and the score, did you have the full visuals and the organization of the film at your disposal, or did you actually write some of the orchestration first before the dance was choreographed?
Right. That's a very good question. Originally, the dance was meant, the dance and music collaboration was meant for a live performance, and then COVID hit and everything went digital. So, in fact, before we put the thing together, we had improvisation session where the dancers and the musicians worked together, and we replayed the idea of the chants, the dice. So we assigned one element to each of the dancers and musicians. So we have 8 elements like wind, water, mountain to each dancer and musicians respectively. And we threw a dice, and the combination will sort of expose or reveal a pairing or some sort of configuration. And we had a few working sessions where the dancers and the musicians sort of respond to each other in terms of movements and sound quality.
I see. So it was partly improvised in the live performance.
Well, the process was improvised, as in we had improvisation sessions, so the dancers and musicians worked together in some sense. And then from the material that they came up with, we crafted it and we sort of designed it into a more structural whole. So for the film production, the score was much more elaborated and detailed. So I did actually give them pointers, because we had by then studied the dance structures.
Right. So the filmmaker or the structure of the film came as a secondary stage?
That's correct. Because it's a post, because we meant it for a performance, live performance. Yes. And then of course we then had to re-look at it for the filmic structure.
Thank you.
I hope you think that it's successful in terms of the dancers had a bit of a comment like, oh, their dance flow is being sort of.
Well, I said to my partner here at as we were watching, I said it did take the form of a dance film. I thought in a good way. I thought that there was a nice balance between the respect for the integrity of the choreography, but also an imaginative extension of that through the mise en scène of the film and through the editing. I didn't think it was. I thought it was very deftly done, actually, and there was a nice balance between the two.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, you might remember this piece with the Shin, the Chinese ocarina, with the voice, and how they are very allied in sonorities and they sort of melt into each other.
Yes,
and they are at the opposing ends of it. I mean, of course, we sort of adapted the movement, spatial positioning of the musicians in a way the sight informs us. So because we were using old dilapidated school, it was unused. And we found this beautiful lighting, but it's really compressed and it's, really tight. So we thought, whoa, wouldn't it be nice if we had the gong right in the middle and the dancers just move between the ocarina, the shin, and the voice. And I think that was very beautifully cut. But I have to say the music took precedence in that piece. And the dance flow was not meant to be like that. So the music had to go and the dance had to follow, if you know what I mean. So the editing of the film, of the dance, had to follow the music.
Right. There was that. I wondered about the structure of the film in the sense that there was that extended, a very wonderful. I don't know whether it was used by the drone or just a hanging overhead camera, but the overhead camera piece. I mean, it was a beautifully choreographed, but it was quite a long take.
That's right.
Until you cut between the two spaces.
That's right.
And I wondered about that and what the choice was to I mean, I thought it was a very effective dance. But when you say that the dance was originally done as a live piece, that seemed to be adapted to the camera position, because the movement of the dancers with this folding in on themselves and flattening out seemed to be choreographed in relationship to the overhead shot.
Yes, you're spot on. You're spot on, Richard. I mean, we did think about the choreography in that sense, and when we had the opportunities to have two sites, and you would realize that one site is again abandoned farm, is a fish farm, and we juxtaposed at two sites together, and then we found this empty spot, the part where the it looked really wild, you know, the superimposition of the second space. And because dancers have such amazing elephant memory of their movements, they could reproduce it much quicker than the musicians. So in that sense, you know, filmically, we thought, oh, wow, wouldn't that be interesting to superimpose the two in the way? And it really, because the dancers just duplicated the same thing. And it lends beautifully. The tempo-wise, I think it was really, really nicely done. And then, of course, I did a bit of post-production on the music side, and I try to make it melt even more to the movements.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Richard, and for Joyce for that very interesting dialogue. Any other questions from other people, of course? Maybe I will just, yes, go ahead. Or is that, I'm hearing my own voice. I think it's somebody else starting to speak. So. I do have just one little question. So Joyce, you said that you have 4 productions in view. Are they also on the same general topic of, let's say, humans' relationship with nature?
Yeah, that's correct. We have 3 more to go, 3 more presentations to go, and it will unfold in the next 3 to 4 years. That's what we planned, and we will be using the 8 immortals crossing the sea as the underlining topic, so to speak. Yes, and it's really the relationship between nature and human. Yeah, right.
So have you now decided that these forthcoming productions will be in the film medium rather than on stage?
We've not quite decided. We were planning to go visit the lighthouse somewhere outside Singapore, and I think Singapore has 1 lighthouse, and we were thinking of doing the performance there and a few different sites. We haven't quite decided yet. Yeah, and once Singapore opens up, we can have rehearsals, we can meet. I think, yeah, discussion will ensue.
I think we have a suggestion from Richard that you should do both.
Both live performance on the in the lighthouse? Yes. It's so exciting, isn't it?
He wants more.
Brilliant. Come join us.